Hello everybody and a very good evening. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Actually, is it evening or is it afternoon? It's still afternoon, isn't it really? 4 o'clock? It's on the cusp of evening. Yeah, I like that, Nicola, I'll use that. Hello and a very good pre-evening to pre-evening to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby, I've already done that. It is launch party, the point of the week where we give you the opportunity to get your hands on some of the best launches that we brought to you recently if you haven't yet seen them. It's going to be a stellar show tonight actually, as I'm very excited about the fact that we've got the paper flowers in. We briefly showed you those during Masterclass. First time I saw them, I know they were launched last week, but absolutely fantastic are these. We've got a showstopper deal for you on that as well, which we'll talk about more later on. We've got the return of the Floral Aperture stamp and dies, which are also brilliant. And great news, newsflash, we have got the Flamazing Flamingo collection back. However, bad news, we've only got 50 opportunities to buy those. So if you are one of those people that missed out on the Flamazing Flamingos, then make sure you get in early. I'll take you through the collection in just a little while. We've also got the what I call the HSN bundle available for you too. So if you bought this on HSN, sorry, we are going with the Nicola bundle because the HSN bundles are, I didn't know that, I didn't get that email. Apparently the HSN bundles are now known as the Nicola bundles because it was Nicola's, no it wasn't, it was always the HSN bundle, but we credited you, Nicola, for putting them together. She's not, I don't know why I'm looking at her, she's not there. Oh, she is, she's just the other side, she's just there. But anyway, we've got that available for you on the show as well, all that to come. Before I forget as well, top of the show, let me just remind you that on the website we have got our mid-week mix-up. Plenty of deals for you there for £5, £10, £20. You can check those out and grab them. Also, must tell you that if you are a YouTube viewer, don't forget to join our community there now as well, where you can see everything that's going on as far as posts and pictures and videos and all those kind of things are concerned. And talking of pictures, please feel free to send in your pictures to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk in readiness for Friday Night Live, this coming Friday from 5. We are going to be doing a picture gallery. So something that you're proud of that you've worked on recently, something that you'd like to show off to the rest of the Friday Night Live viewers. We've already got a few coming in, and I believe someone could be winning something if you do send in a picture. So absolutely worth doing that. I think I've covered off all the business, so let me welcome the man who's going to be inspiring you over the course of the next couple of hours. He is ready and raring to go, and he's dressed like a flamingo for the occasion. It is the one and only Mr. Craig Laird. How are you?
Well, I do like to try and think ahead.
Yeah,
sometimes
see?
I do like to try and think ahead.
See?
If I'd really thought ahead, I would have brought in my flamingo shirt that I purchased
me
for
too.
the lawn, so I'd never actually thought about that one.
Never mind.
Yeah, it still works. It still works. Yeah, over the next couple of hours here on Launch Party, we're going to be having a look at our flamingo collection, Flamazing Flamingos, where you can then be creating all of these and so much more. Beautiful cards, beautiful projects. That's the craft along that I done just a couple of weeks ago. You can go back on our YouTube and re-watch. If you love your pop-up boxes, you can of course come along and watch that and create all of that. You're going to be able to do things. What about with the paper pads?
Oh yeah.
Just simply popping them into a box frame that you can see on that one there. Or what about my favourite one?
Yeah.
And this, Ben, is simply taking one of the 12 by 12 papers and popping it into a box frame. Now, I got these frames, I've got a few of them from the range here in the UK, really quite inexpensively. But wherever you are across the globe, you're going to have stores that you can get inexpensive frames. They're perfect for things such as that. But then why not come along? We've got the paper flowers. Now, these samples are completely different, but why not start to incorporate them, Ben? Start and mix and match. I mean, absolutely fab, that one, isn't it? Really, really cool. Really, really cute, but then you can really go to town. Now, of course, you'd want to make a box or an envelope box to go with it because they're going to be quite dimensional. And then they're also going to work well with our Floral Aperture stamp and dies, our floral frames stamp and dies. So these are just some of the cards, some of the projects that you can make. And then when it comes to that one there we made earlier on today within Wake Up Call, that you can always go back and rewatch.
Absolutely brilliant. Do feel free to fire in your messages. We would love to hear from you. Superstar Susie on the socials this afternoon. Already in is Lonna Barron saying hello from Glendale, Arizona. Hello. Hi also to Zoe Carver, who says afternoon. Afternoon. Hello to Urena Stanley, who says good morning, Ben and Craig, from Altarus, California. Hello. Hello also to Karina Arvidsson from Sweden. Hello, Sweden. Nice. Hello also to Angela Laidlaw Parker, who says hello Ben and Craig and all the crew and all my crafty friends. Marcela Jimenez says good morning. Hello. Jane Adams, thank you for the joke earlier, Jane. Says hi again everyone from Las Vegas. Hello. Carolyn Hermley Cooey says good morning from Florida. Hello. Hi to Beth Metzger, who says good morning from a sunny North Dakota. Hello. Hello also to Angela, who says I love, love, love the Flamazing Flamingos. And Kendall Serafian says good morning everyone from Minnesota. Hello. We are kicking off this show with your Flamazing Flamingos collection. What I've done is I'll show you all, but I will point out at the relevant point the bits that you won't have if you bought the collection already on HSN, so you know which bundle to go for. The full collection, though, is as follows. So saving $21.84 today, $30.20. Nice saving. Plus, of course, if you're Club Inspire member, you will get your discount if you are Platinum. £104, $135.20. Free shipping. I'll do it in the order that it's laid out. We've got feathers in here straight away, which I absolutely love. Really great way to kind of add embellishment and decoration to your projects. Also in this collection, you're going to be getting your Tropical Flora 3D embossing folder, which is rather nice, matching up beautifully with all of the papers and the stamps and the dies that you're going to be getting in here. Talking of dies, you've got your tropical leaves, so a lovely set of different sort of tropical leaves and foliage for you to be able to build up your scenes with. I think that would work really nice with the scene builder dies, which I'll show you in just a second. But again, really nice way to kind of build up tropical wreaths. You've then got your tropical background. Nice, I suppose, in essence, not 3D, a nice crater card is the word I'm looking for. So that's included. You've got the detailed frame with the cheese leaves and then that outer frame included too. Loads of beautiful stencils in here as well. And what's nice is that you've got stencils where you've got all of these different designs, sort of like your hibiscus there. You've got all of your tropical flora. You've also got kind of bigger stencils as well that you could use for backgrounds. But think about, making your own papers with these. Really love that. And of course, not just using your inks through these as well. You can use loads of other different mediums as well. Then you're going to be getting all of your stamps in here. Be Flamazing. Things like Pretty in Pink, Stand Tall, Happy Birthday. Happy Birthday. Oh. Shake that tail feather, or shake those tail feathers, and be unique. Talking of flamingos, you've got the two cute little flamingos there. Look, they've created a little heart with their necks and heads. That's cute, isn't it? And it says together forever, like me and Craig.
Yep. It
is. No, it's like me and Craig. Together forever.
It's Kylie and Jason, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Kylie and Jason.
Jason. Especially for you.
Which one is Kylie, which one is Jason?
So Kylie's the female and Jason's the male.
Yeah. Jason and Jason.
Jason and Jason.
Then you've got your elegant flamingo. Got a bit of Margarita Pracatana about her, that one, but she's very cute with the flowers on her head. And then you've got your majestic flamingo, that beautiful border die edgeable, very nice indeed. And talking about gorgeous, the flamingo silhouette, which again I think you're going to be paper piecing. A lot of people when we launched this thing that they were thinking about using their illusion film behind that as well, which I think would look merveilleux. Nice. Then you're going to get a set of your luxury linen card. You're getting 8 colours in there, 3 sheets of each, giving you 24 sheets, which will, of course, match up perfectly with all of your stunning papers. And my, you can understand why you've done what you've done over there and literally just taken one of these beautiful images, popped it into a frame. I mean, boom, boom, shake, shake the room. Yes, you're going to be using these for your crafty projects, your cards, your boxes. Absolutely, you're going to be doing that. But for home decor as well, just take advantage. I mean, that's why you might decide to go for the full collection. That's then why you might decide to add in more of the paper pads as well, because they are quite simply just beautiful. And buying an inexpensive frame to pop these in, I think they're really going to brighten up your home. Now, that's the 12 by 12 pad. Everything else I'm about to show you here is also in the showstopper, not the showstopper, in the main collection. However, this is that smaller bundle too, that if you did shop on HSN, you won't have these items. So the set of embossing folders, these ones where you've got all of that beautiful foliage, that one's upside down, but you've got 3 embossing folders there with all of those tropical leaves on. You're also going to get your aqua markers in here as well. So you're getting 9 watercolours in that actually, because they're these tricolour aquas. So you've got your pink flamingo, you've got your flamingo bay, and also your tropical foliage. So your greens and your blues, and those are your pinks and peaches in there. Also alongside that, you've got your tropical seam, which, as I mentioned earlier on, is that beautiful sort of 3D seam builder, if you like, with the detailed outer dies that you can split and maneuver and move and elongate your cards, chop and change those around, but you've got all of the dies in there to be able to build that scene. And then you've also got your 6x6 pad as well, which is just a shrunken down version of the 12x12. So all of that there is the selection that you'll go for if you've already bought the collection on HSN. If you haven't, and you just love the idea of being, well, Flamazing, you'll go for this full collection. That's the price on screen. Everything, I believe, is still available for you individually, but you will have to shop quickly. This is one of the biggest launches of the year so far, no doubt. So you see anything you like, make sure you grab it. I'll do a few more hellos in just a second, but we're talking about home decor pieces. I know you've showed them already. It looks blooming marvellous over your side of the studio.
Yeah, just when you referenced it again there, Ben, I just thought, let's line them up. I've got all the other ones behind it as well, because I just thought, basically, I put my money where my mouth is. I say it quite a lot. I know we all say it. Our paper pads, you know, are absolutely beautiful. They are spectacular. They are that gorgeous, that stunning, that elegant that you can absolutely just put them into a box frame and that's it. Whether it's your wall, whether you sell them, you can absolutely do that. Prime example here, 12x12 box frame here that I got from the range here in the UK. The actual aperture frame of it is 12x12, so that is a full 12x12 sheet that I just put into the box frame there. Quick, simple, nothing else needs done. But then when it comes to that one, that is just one of the 6x6. The aperture of the frame is 6x6 in size, so that is one of the 6x6 put into the box frame. That's it. These are box frames, but these could be thin frames if you want them to be. They don't have to be thick and chunky. And then that one there was part of a 12x12. How smart's that? Yeah. Cool is that? And I've just gone and centralised it so you've got the reflection in the water there. But that one there, 5x7 aperture, but then that's just chopped down from a 12x12. And then you've also got a 4x6. Now that one I've taken from a 6x6 paper pad. Just trimmed the edge at the side, trimmed about 2 inches off to fit in there. But then all I've done is just aligned it over the part of the image that I want. And then that one there, so that's an A4 size box frame that we've got here. So all that I've done again is just chop down the side of the 12x12 and I just centralised it to the point that we've got the flamingos at the bottom there, just in that bottom corner. No nothing, no gems, no embellishments, no colouring, no nothing, just simply taking the pad into, of course, your frame, and that's it. That's all that you need to do. And if that's all that you want to do, Ben, that's all that you need to do. Absolutely.
Fire the comments in. I know we've got lots more to show you over the course of this show. We're going to start off with the Flamazing Flamingos, but Karen Wells-Sorrell joins us from Kentucky. Urena Stanley says, I'm waiting to see more of the paper flowers, hoping the home decor paper flowers will become a craft along. Alison says, hi again from NYC. I'm looking forward to seeing Craig's take on the Flamazing Flamingos. Rhonda says, good morning, everyone, from Oak Park, Chicago. Hello. And Shelley D says, good morning, guys. I've just got back from a tour of the UK. Craig, my husband and I loved Scotland.
Ah, brilliant.
Beautiful country.
Glad you absolutely love Scotland. I'm going to be heading that way myself this weekend for a good few days. Yeah, and it's one of the first years, in quite a few years, Ben, I'm going to be home for Father's Day for my stepdad. So that's going to be nice.
That will be nice.
It's going to be nice.
Where else did you go, Shelley D? Where in Scotland did you go? And where did you go in the UK? Let me know, I'm interested. Mary Pat joins us in Montana. Lois in Ohio. Hello, Sandra Dundas. Hello, says Dr. Acula from Transylvania. Oh, I get that. Yes, very good. Yes, Dracula. Victoria Canava says, the bad boys of Crafters TV are back. Hello from Preston to you all. Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Who asked about the paper flower craft along?
It was Urana.
20th of June, I've got the craft along for the paper flowers. Day before my birthday and Debbie Fisher's birthday.
Yeah. Are you in on your birthday?
I was meant to be,
Yeah.
but I'm not now, no. They've taken me off.
Yeah, you want to be relaxing. I'm just... I think they've set a precedence now, haven't they? After the extravaganza, it was my birthday, they're now encouraging everyone to take their birthdays off because they don't want to have to do that again.
Well, it goes in my favour because I'm just trying to do a little bit of jiggly pokery and hopefully I'll get home for Scotland again for my birthday this year.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It'd be nice. Wasn't planning on, but hey ho, things happen, so I'm going to try it.
Pollyco joins us. Hello. Also, Christy Mahoney says, hello, everyone. Hello. Ben and Craig, hello. Jessica Stricker says, my husband just lost track of the days. He wished me a happy birthday. I reminded him it's tomorrow. Remind us again, actually, so we can say happy birthday to you. Linda says, hello. I have this collection. It's beautiful. Janelle says, greetings from fabulous Washington State. Rosalind says, this is the way I like to use my beautiful papers as a decor piece. And Christine says, oh my Ben, what happened to your fingers? Did someone smash their fingers in between a paper pad as they were so sad their best buddy stood him up last week? I'm just asking. So that's my wonky broken finger anyway, which I hurt again playing cricket on Saturday. It's got a bit purple. It's not broken, but it's very sore, so I've just taped it to my finger. So no, it was a cricket injury. And no, we've made up now after the whole. Craig was taking a social media digital break. And it wasn't just me he was ignoring, it was everybody. So
do you know who I also ignored? It's Debbie Robinson.
Whoa! You don't ignore the big D.
Can I just say, this went for everyone.
Yeah.
If you didn't see, cut a long story short, so we're ready to dive into a demo, but cut a long story short, I was off last week. I took a complete, do you know what Nicola said to me earlier on? And it was actually spot on. She said it was like another mini lockdown for myself. I just took myself away, well, not quite literally, I was in the house, but I just shut off social media, WhatsApp, I deleted WhatsApp temporarily just so that I could take a complete break. I had kind of, little things in place should anyone need to get me. But yeah, so that just meant Ben had messaged me and I ignored it. Debbie Robinson messaged me and I ignored it. Friends, family ignored me and I ignored it. But do you know something? And this sounds harsh, but I'm not sorry for it because I think it done the world a good. Yeah.
Well, my week without having contact with you was terrible, but it's fine. No, I did see you, Nicola. That is right, and I saw little doggy Bowie as well. Little Bowie. Little doggy! We're looking after the doggy this week. Little baby puppy. Thursday, Bowie's coming. Nicola's puppy is coming to stay at our house. Oh. Yes! Yes! It's going to be amazing. I'm going to teach you some tricks. What?
Is this when you're in here, though?
Yeah, but she's staying overnight.
Ah, having a doggy sleepover.
Yes! And of course, I'll be very excited to play with her when I get home. If she wakes up in the night and barks, Laura, your client, your customer, nothing to do with me. Right, a few quick comments and then we'll move on. Joe says, morning from Prescott. Hi to Rhonda, who says, I'm planning on a visit to the UK in 2025. I want to spend a week in Scotland. Oh, I'll ask Craig the question in a minute when we get into a demo. And Shelley G's been in touch. I'll tell you what, I'll read some more comments. I'll save some up and we'll keep those chatting away whilst we get on with the first demo. What are you going to be doing, a picture frame?
No. Although you would absolutely be able to put what I'm away to do here into the picture frame. Now I've taken some of the linen cardstock, 2 shades of the green, and I've cut them to 5 by 5. Now we're going to go in with the tropical scenes here, Ben. Now you've got the 2 of them. Now these create the scene. But what is really, really good about these ones here is this could be square bit of cardstock, this could be a rectangle piece of cardstock, a larger square. Gosh, that could be a big oval or circle if you wanted it to be. But it's entirely up to you, depending on the size of the card, how wide you want it to be. Now we're going to go in with kind of like the palm leaves, or the palm trees here, and that's going to go into place on that one. Actually, we're going to do that one within the darker green. Let's then go in with banana leaves and we're going to pop that one into here. So taking our low tack tape, and what I'm going to do is the kind of the space at the top and the bottom here, I'm kind of going to try and match that to the left-hand side. This inner bit is going to be waste, so I'm going to, well, it would be waste, so that's where I'm putting my low-tack tape. However, as you can see, you've still got a fair bit of cardstock left, so we're going to use that. We could either keep that for another time, or we're going to use kind of like the individual dies that you get, and we're going to use that space up. So again, let's just pop them in with our low-tack tape here, and we're going to then position that, and depending on the size of your card, we're going to use the G2, but I'm going to use the junior plates. This would fit through the mini as well. Sorry, not the mini, the midi. The smaller ones would fit through your mini. And we're going to take these smaller ones here, and we're going to pop them in. So I've got a few already cut, but let's just use some of that space wisely. And then we're going to cut that out, tape that down. Now you'll notice they don't join at the top and the bottom. Don't worry, because we'll create that connection ourselves. If you're using the larger plates, do them both at the same time. And I tell you what, let's just do that, seeing as I've got them here. You can see fits on the junior plates, but let's just do both of them together on our larger plates here. And as I do always say, of course, the way that they've been designed, made, manufactured, the depth of them, it's around about 0.08 mil or so. So to take into account the depth of the G2, it's that perfect depth, it's that perfect pressure, but they will work with any other die cutting machine that you've got at home. So we're going to move that out the way, and then we're going to carefully peel that out, and then we're going to carefully peel that one out. So let's just take that one out, peel it away, peel that one away. Now this is where, as I said, you've still got those connections at the top and the bottom, which you don't need to worry about. So let's take these little smaller ones, these individual ones, and then we're going to then pop those out. So if I then just give that a tap so that they come out, of course you can use your pokey tool if you've got your pokey tool. So that's these ones. Let's take all these bits out later on because you don't want to see that. Move that, move that. Now if you've got your craft knife and a ruler, you can use that. If you've got your V-blade paper trimmer, you can use that. Or I'm just going to go in with my scissors and I'm just going to join it. You get a little line that you can follow, and we're going to cut that along, and then we're just going to then work our way, cut that along there, and now that's one part of our frame that we've got here.
Brilliant, love that.
We're going to do exactly the same with that darker green. So we're going to pop that, and then we're going to then trim all the way along here. So we've now got our second one that you can see here. What we're then going to do, contrary to belief to some people, is you don't have to use the tricolour aquas as in a water-based medium, as a water-based forum. So you can go direct to your cardstock. So I'm going to go in with the bud green and the sea green. Now this bit I've already got a couple already done, but I just want to show you that what we're just going to do is we're just going to go onto our cardstock, and you're able to do this with it being water-based, Ben. Even if you just want to colour in some images, you know, they're a good one for kiddies because, of course, if they do get them on the wallpaper or, you know,
easy to get rid of, isn't it? Yeah.
The wash out. And I think it's good to point that out because I think we talk about our water-based pens, aqua pens, tricolour aqua pens, sparkle pens, etc., etc. We always tend to use them in a water-based technique way. We never tend to come in and just colour with them.
Yeah.
And of course you can absolutely do that, no problem whatsoever. So you can just go along some of the banana leaves, going in with the bud green, and then also the sea green, which is a little bit darker. And we're just adding some additional depth, light and shade. So let's go in with the darker sea green. We're going to go in with a little bit of the bud green here, down into the bottom, even down into here. And with it being the linen cardstock, it's going to soak up And you can just go over and over. Now, it's not necessarily like your alcohol pens, where the more you add, the darker it's going to get. But what will happen is the more you kind of saturate it, the more, I don't know, I'm not going to say depth, because then that's like building the colour. Just a little bit deeper that it's going to get. Now you can see the difference. Actually, you can see just down into the side here. Now, if I bring in one that I'd done earlier on, you can see that one. And then with the bud green, the darker green, even although this is a deep green, you notice how you can still see it still stands out. And that's simply going in, and where you've actually got embossed lines, or the debossed lines, and you can just follow that along to create additional shade. So please don't think your aqua pens, the tricolour aqua pens, are a one pen wonder. You absolutely can do many, many techniques. These mini ones that I've already cut here, all that I've done is a few, and I've done the same, gone in with the bud green and cut these ones out. And then what I'm going to do, and then what I can do is I'll tell you, and then if you want to read any comments, Ben, I've taken a little bit of the pinky tone of the linen card.
Oh, yeah.
From the same set, what you've got is you've got this fab flamingo. So it's like a solid silhouette flamingo. And I don't really know what this flower is, but
hibiscus.
We're going to use it. Is that what it is?
I think it is.
Yeah. So we're going to run that. You can see where I'm going to go.
Did I get it right, Nicola?
A little bit of colour in. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
It's been, what did you call me? Oh, a botanist.
That's what it was.
Like, how dare you?
I was about to say the same. It's like, gosh, it's a bit harsh. A little bit harsh. And we're just going to run them ones through and do a little bit of colour in as well.
It's been all of the extra time in the garden I spent over the last few weeks getting it ready. Now it's not flooding anymore. The Dancers on YouTube says, I framed some of the Age of Elegance and Flamingos papers, and I love the Flamingo collection, and I've shared a few on Facebook. Shelley D says, Ben, we went to England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland. In Scotland, we went to Glasgow.
Going there at the weekend.
Glencoe.
Yep.
Inverness, it says Inverness. Inverness, I think. Edinburgh and St Andrews.
Oh, St Andrews is beautiful.
That's where the golf course is, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
St Andrews, Glen Eagles, in my hometown, Carnoustie. There is more golf courses than that, but these are the main ones for the Open that comes to town.
When we went to Scotland years and years ago, we went up to Fort William.
Oh, yeah.
Up there, it was beautiful. And I'm sure that was the same holiday we did Loch Ness. It would have been, wouldn't it?
Yeah, did you see Nessie?
No.
No?
Laura spent about £2 or £3 on a Nessie spotter, but still didn't spot.
Did she?
Didn't spot Nessie.
She's hiding. She's hiding.
Yeah, what is a Nessie spotter? It was just a pair of binoculars.
Binoculars.
Yeah, kids' binoculars.
Did they even have, like, you know, Nessie written on the side or anything, no?
I can't really remember. It was a long time ago, but I was just disappointed because, oh, Nessie spotters, and then she didn't see Nessie.
Wasn't there.
Rhonda's planning on visiting Scotland in 2025. What area would you suggest in Scotland if Rhonda's coming? Like, where would your definite places to visit be? Edinburgh, you've got to go to Edinburgh.
I was just away to say, if you don't go to Edinburgh, there's no point coming to Scotland.
No.
That's
such a beautiful city, isn't it?
Personal preference. As well, you know, the further up north you go, even more spectacular. You've got places, Nicholas just said in my ear there, absolutely. Places like Isle of Skye, you've got... I'm just going to reiterate what I said. If anyone does ever come to Scotland, please go to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
It's just an incredible place. What I always say, Ben, is with Edinburgh, if you were to go into the main train station, Waverley train station, you walk out, you turn left to Old Town Edinburgh, turn right to New Town Edinburgh. Now, what I mean by that is more updated shops. It's still old buildings and all of that, but you've got that old and that new. If you're into your paranormal and that, you know, it's a very paranormal town. You know, you've got lots of old places, Edinburgh Vaults, Mary King's Close, you know, But you don't have to go to places like that.
You've got to visit the castle. That's one thing we went to when we went on the tour with Sarah. The castle is unbelievable. It's so gorgeous. We went there, but it was Christmas time, so it was dark by sort of 4 or 5 o'clock, and it's all so beautifully lit.
What I would say is that if you've got the time as well, it's absolutely worthwhile walking the Royal Mile.
Yeah.
Which will take you from Parliament.
Yeah.
Let's just skip on that one, all the way to your castle.
Yeah.
Edinburgh Castle.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful walk. Lots of, again, old buildings.
And lots of lovely sort of. The shops are really beautiful on that walk as well, aren't they? Lots of what am I trying to say? Not chain shops. Lots of knick-knacky shops and vintage shops.
There is I'm going to say this word. There is a lot of tourist shops, but very little tat in them.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that I can say other than it's not one of those with Scottish or Edinburgh tat.
Yeah.
You know, it's really nice stuff.
No kiss me quick hats or anything like that.
Nothing like that. You get fun things, you get jokey things, you get the ginger hair tartan hat and stuff like that.
I think you can even buy kilts in some of the shops up that road as well.
Yeah, you can. You get so many local jams and
shortbreads.
Shortbreads. So if you hadn't gathered already, absolutely Edinburgh is the place to go. What I would really do is have Edinburgh, even if it's not on the top of your list, but just have a think, have a go into Google, go online. Is there any places that you specifically want to go? And then just kind of write yourself little notes. See what's doable in the time that you're in Scotland. But then you've got, so Nicola's just saying, isn't the school that inspired Hogwarts in Edinburgh? So J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter in Edinburgh. So there's a little cafe, it's no longer open, but there's a plaque there that you can see, and it's where she started to write Harry Potter, and then she moved herself into the big, luxurious Edinburgh hotel right next to Waverley Station, locked herself in and finished the story.
There's the, I can't think of the name of the actual part of the cathedral. I want to say it's the vestibule, but that's not the right word. There's an area in Durham Cathedral where a lot of the Harry Potter
in the
stuff
centre.
In the centre.
If you actually go into,
went there recently.
If you go into Durham Cathedral and that kind of central grassy area inside, there's a lot. Certainly the first.
Well, you see, it's like a corridor, isn't it, where you see them walking through Hogwarts?
You see them walking. Yeah. So that was done there as well. And then there was, areas in Scotland, throughout Scotland, where they filmed parts of Harry Potter. Yeah. You've got, we call it the viaduct, where the train goes over the bridge. So, yeah, if you haven't gathered by that I love Edinburgh, then have a look, Google, see where you're going, where you want to go, the time that you've got, and then play it by ear.
Must say hi to Julie Vergara, who's joined us. Jane Adams is with us as well. Urana says, you said my name correctly, Urana with a long A. Marvellous. Carol Byrne, big with a burn, says, hello, Ben and Craig. You are looking very sharp today. Glad you are back together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fred says, Uncle Ben is puppy sitting. Ah, how cute. I know. And Urana says, Craig, excited for Clash at the Castle Saturday. I'm anxious to see Drew McIntyre back, but my favourite is Roman R. Who is your favourite?
So, mine is, and he's actually at Clash at the Castle, I do like AJ Styles.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I do like AJ Styles. Obviously, Roman Reigns won't be there. He's out. I think he's scheduled to be back round about July time.
Do you know who my favourite? Well, Rey Mysterio I love.
Yeah, you like him.
I do love Rey, and I also love L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
He's
Although,
awesome.
do you know who I really, really like?
Who?
Is...
It doesn't matter who you really like.
Main event Jey Uso. But I like his entrance. I don't know if he's scheduled for a match at Clash at the Castle. But if he is, or he's at Friday Night SmackDown, the OVO Arena is going to go absolutely nuts with the fireflies, the light on your phone. And him being there. You know, shock horror, a big wrestling fan.
Are you?
But the fact that it's in Scotland, first time ever, Ben, we've had a premium live event.
And your man is wrestling for the title, Scotland's own.
Scotland's own, Drew McIntyre.
We were talking about how exciting it would be. Another one of my favourites if he pitched up, CM Punk.
CM Punk.
To scupper McIntyre's title shot.
So it's one of those things I would love, although Drew McIntyre is a bad guy.
He's good though.
Heel,
He's great though, isn't he?
he's great, yeah.
Yeah.
He reminds me of a Stone Cold Steve Austin, as though he's a bad guy, but you like him.
Yeah.
So he's from Ayr, Scotland, so I would love for him to win the championship belt.
Because Ayr to Glasgow is about half an hour, right?
It's not far,
It's not far
yeah.
at all.
However, what I would also love, Ben, is for him away to win,
Yeah.
and then CM Punk's music hits, and CM Punk comes out in the OVO Hydro in Glasgow. That would be absolutely epic. I cannot wait. I've got my whole 3 days in Glasgow planned. It's all sorted. I'm leaving early. I'm going to tell you this just while I'm putting this together. By the way, that black card was 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and then the aperture of the actual card, or the aperture that I used, was actually one of my square nesting dies. It was a square nesting die that I used, 6 by 6 square nesting dies, and used the second one in to create that aperture. I'm just building the depth up when it comes to my foam strips, although you can, of course, use your foam on a roll. And then I'm just going to build these and put these together while I just tell you that, of course, Friday Night SmackDown's on Friday, go figure. Clash at the Castle's on Saturday. However, in the St Enoch's shopping centre, from Thursday to Sunday, the official WWE merchandise store's opening.
No way.
And obviously when I went to the O2 in London last year for Money in the Bank, as you very well know, I spent a little fortune. But obviously I went the day after it opened, and it was still so busy, and a lot of things had sold out. So it's opening 10 a.m. Thursday morning. So I'm leaving my house here in Durham about 7 a.m. on Thursday, driving straight to Glasgow, parking in St Enoch Shopping Centre car park, ready for it opening.
Queuing up.
I'm going to stock up on my merchandise that I want. Then I'll drive to my parents, and then on the Friday I'll drive back until the Saturday night.
If I give you some money as a T-shirt, like, because I keep saying to you, I keep looking at the WWE merchandise shop because I'm thinking of maybe getting you something for your birthday. I really want, for me, well, I want the CM Punk shirt, which I can get my hands on, but there's an LA Knight shirt, a T-shirt in yellow, which just says, yeah, all over it. It's always sold out. So I'm wondering whether they might have those at the shop.
Well, because obviously he's at least there on Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah.
So he should have merchandise. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Might have to send you on a merchandise mission.
What I'll do is, like, don't give me any money just now. What I'll do is, it's there.
Yeah.
And I'll get you it, and then
I'll pay you back.
You can just pay me back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah.
What are you going to be shopping for?
See, I'm never, unless it's a character T-shirt, I'm not one for those that, buys T-shirts with the dates of the events and that on. But I think I have to get a Clash at the Castle.
Clash at the Castle, yeah.
I have to get that. If they have another crystal mini belt with Clash at the Castle, like I got for Money in the Bank, that might have to go.
You're going to need some money in the bank by the sounds of it.
I'm going to need my credit card at
spend.
this rate. That's what I'm going to need.
Either that or a credit card.
Yep. So that's my plan. That's my plan. But we're paid 2 weeks ago. Do you know? But I've done good.
Yeah, saving up a bit, ready for the big shop.
You can't spoil yourself.
No.
Once or twice.
And it's along with your sort of love of crafting, it's another one of your big loves, isn't it? So, like you say, if you can't spoil yourself,
you've got to win. It's a love and it's a passion, isn't it?
When's the Newcastle date? Is that next year?
So no, that'll be this year.
We're doing that, aren't we?
They've not announced the actual date. The only reason I know is the Entertainer Toy Shop leaked a competition, and if you win, you can choose 2 tickets to any following dates, and they put all the dates
Is it a house show or just?
That'll be a house show. Well, at the moment it's a house show. They might do Raw or SmackDown from one of them, who knows. But yeah, they're doing a big, for anyone in the UK that's wondering, round about October time, they're going to be doing a big WWE tour again, their autumn tour, and they're going to quite a lot of towns, including Newcastle. So yeah.
Look out.
We can do that.
We'll be there. Hello, Karen. He says, I can see Durham Cathedral out of my kitchen window, but I've only been there a handful of times. Well, I suppose if you can see it, you don't need to visit it, do you, really? Altje de Vries says, hello, crafty people. Hello. Jessica Stricker says, going to the stamp convention with my daughter on Saturday. They have 3 new vendors this year. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
The what convention?
The stamp convention.
That seems to be... I'm not going to say like collections or that of stamps have died down, but it seems to be resurfacing again. More and more people seem to be doing it again.
Philately.
Or do you know what I think it might be?
Philately, not falafel.
Philately.
Philatelists, aren't they? Stamp collectors.
Do you know what I think it might be as well? People, certainly nowadays, which they should, are actually proud of their hobbies or their interests in that. You know, maybe some people would maybe hide their hobby or that. Whereas I think nowadays, gosh, look at me, wrestling, Celine Dion. You know, I've never hidden the fact of things that I like.
No.
And I think you should be proud of what you like and follow.
And do you know what, as well, just thinking, I think it'd be interesting to know, obviously Craig, we have been talking about wrestling for the last 10 minutes. What other hobbies do you guys have? Because like, we obviously know we all have a shared love of crafting, but what else do you guys love to do? Are you wrestling fans? Are you movie fans? Are there any sports that you're into? Anything like that? Get in touch and let us know, because that'd be quite interesting. I don't think we talk about that very often.
It'd be nice to know, nice to hear.
Alta just says, I've been to Scotland several years ago from Aberdeen with a bus to Land's End and then by the islands to Edinburgh. I love the 12 days. And I tell you what, I love that project. That's beautiful. Won't see many flamingos in Scotland, I don't think.
Unless you go to any kind of, well, it's not in Scotland, is it? You know, you've got Flamingo Land in the UK. You do get, do you know something? I don't know about now, but there was flamingos at Edinburgh Zoo. This was a number of years ago when I was there. I would have thought there would still be some. But yeah, it just goes to show how you can build that up. And if you pop that into a box frame, Ben, then of course you can do that. But the actual tropical scene die, remember, although I've done it within a square, that could be rectangle, that could be a larger square. You're in full control as to the depth of the actual card, and that's using elements from, of course, the Flamingo collection.
Absolutely brilliant. And obviously you're going to get everything within that collection. £104 or $135.20, I should say, is the price on that. So that is your free shipping, and it brings you everything. As I've said, if you bought the collection on HSN, there is that smaller bundle for you as well, which you can grab on the website. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. Yeah, let us know in the comments, other hobbies, other interests that you have outside of craft. I would be interested to know. And thank you to Fred, made me laugh. I mentioned about the hibiscus a few moments ago. Fred says it could be a low biscus, depending on where you put it. There's a hibiscus and a low biscus.
Good one.
Oh, and by the way, before we go to a break, Superstar Susie says, Craig, there is an hour-long interview with Celine Dion tonight in the US. Can you watch it somewhere, maybe Peacock?
I'll probably be able to see it over a couple of videos on TikTok. Yeah, I think it's one of the talk shows or that, because the big documentary is on the 25th of June on Amazon. Celine Dion, I Am, about our stiff bone syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be epic. But yeah, I'll have a look, Susie, for that one.
Thanks, Susie. Fire the comments through, everybody. I can't believe it's 4:45, so we're going to take a little break right now. Give you opportunity to get your baskets checked out. And in the meantime, let's hear from a lady that you heard from this morning, our very own Crafters TV roving reporter.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to be really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. Really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser, out, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. A selection of sandwiches, some scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes to the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything we haven't got during shows, we will run about and get products for them. I think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done and there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. White, you're my first, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
There you go, lovely Tracy there. Not long until 5 o'clock. I can't believe where the time's going. So very quickly, before I read a few of your comments out, some interesting comments of what other people love to do outside of crafting. Other hobbies, second hobbies we're after, please. Just thought I'd quickly recap on the Flamazing Flamingos collection, in case you did want to grab it. You can get all of these items individually. But if you've missed out on the bundle, I think we've got less than 50 of these now remaining. So get in quick. It did sell out, obviously, but we have got that limited amount for you back, so go as fast as you can. You're going to get your beautiful papers in here. I think one of the most beautiful paper pads we've ever done. And I know, you know, recently we've had amazing launches, things like the Age of Elegance collection, but this really is a standout paper pad, and you're going to get that in 12 by 12 and also in 6x6 if you go for that showstopper. So that's really good. So you've got plenty of papers to be working with there. To match up with that, you've also got your linen cardstock. And again, it's so nice that we kind of send you away with the right coloured cardstock, as it were. I won't get that out because that's been hacked into. But you've got all of these colours here, which will work with all of the colours, the multitude of colours that you've got within your 12x12 and 6x6 pads. You've also got the pens in there too, and whilst those aren't new colours per se, it's new configurations. I think a few people have been asking about the colours in here. Not new configurations. That again, what we've done is we've hand-picked the colours that will work best for you when it comes to this collection. So you've obviously got your pink flamingo colours in here, so your different shades of pink. You've got your flamingo bay in there, so you've got your sort of beautiful teals in there, aquamarines, evergreens, and then your tropical foliage as well. So you've got loads and loads of different colours which will work beautifully. Watercolour, of course, as well, so don't forget that. Alongside that, as far as your consumables are concerned, 6x6 pad, which we've chatted about, and your feathers. I think it's quite nice that we've added those in as far as embellishments are concerned. So 20 flamingo feathers, not real flamingo feathers, obviously. No flamingos were hurt in the creation of this kit. This is the tropical scene, which Craig was using just a few moments ago. So if you want to be able to recreate the card that Craig was using, then you're going to need to grab that. You've got the two scenes, if you like, but they are split. So you can elongate your cards, you can mix and match them around, I suppose, if you want to, but you've also got all of the other dies in there as far as your tropical foliage is concerned and your flamingo. 3 embossing folders in there too. So again, this is all about those beautiful leaves, loads of different tropical foliage within that set. Plus, you've then got all of your dies. I think the flamingo dies in here are amazing. This flamingo silhouette, absolutely gorgeous. Again, opportunity to colour, to do some paper piecing. A lot of people, as I say, chatted about using their illusion film alongside this, which I think is a great idea. Might be doing exactly the same with that majestic flamingo, edgeable as well. Just stunning. Couple of beautiful stamps in here as well. You've got that elegant flamingo, real sort of show-stopping image there that you can colour in to make it look absolutely beautiful. You've got your Together Forever, so the slightly smaller stamp with those 2 flamingos on, and then your Together Forever sentiments. And talking of sentiments, you have got a whole host of them here. Be Flamazing, and again, beautiful sentiments for all sorts of different occasions that tie with the fact that it's a flamingo collection. It's not just happy birthday, have a great day. It's happy bird day. It's pretty in pink. It's stand tall, all relevant for the particular collection. Then you've got stencils in here. Of course, again, multitude of uses for these, multitude of different inks and materials that you can paste through those. Nice that we give you kind of, I see that as sort of 5 different stencils there. Again, 4 different leaves that you can use to create your own backgrounds, to create your own papers with. You've got standout sort of focal points in there as well. And again, love this one with your hibiscuses and all of those tropical leaves. Then you're going to get a creator card die in there as well with that beautiful tropical background. On top of that, you're also going to get a selection of smaller dies, the tropical leaves, which you can use again to embellish projects, build up your own tropical wreaths rather. I just think it's a really, really thorough collection. And last but by no means least is that beautiful 3D embossing folder, the Tropical Flora. Everything in there that you need, as I say, that is thorough. It is, a jam-packed collection you've got there. £104 or $135.20 is the price on that. So that is your free shipping. If you want the full collection, do go fairly swiftly, as I say, because we have less than 50 of those to go around. A few comments, or I say a few comments, loads of comments. Christine Mahoney, outside of crafting, we knew this. I love to paint, says Christine, oil and acrylic. And we know that you're very good at it as well. And you do classes. We know, teaching. Pat says, hello again, Ben and Craig and all my crafting friends. Hello. Roseanne Baker says, my second hobby is definitely going cruising. Oh. Have you ever been on a cruise?
I've not, no. My mum and stepdad have been on a couple, and it looks beautiful, it looks lovely. And then you see the cruising shows, and it's like cruising with Jane McDonald. Oh, I'd love to go cruise. I'd love to go cruising with Jane McDonald.
Would you? Where would you? I mean, I think me and Laura will probably go cruising maybe later in life. I'd love to. You'd have to be the Caribbean or somewhere, wouldn't it? Surely.
Nice.
Surely. You'd have Jane McDonald on your cruise, would you?
Yeah. It's not that I'm not a fan of James, just kind of backtracking here now. But, you know, when you see her do, here in the UK, a TV celebrity personality who does cruise, because she started her career on cruise ships singing.
Yeah.
So Channel 5.
And now she does cruise shows and she finishes her show singing, doesn't she? Every show she sings at the end.
Yeah.
It's always a bit,
It's a bit, yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, there's one, oh my God, what is it? Oh, I can't remember what it's called again. So it's meant to be an updated version of a current song, and it's like, oh, stick to the ballads, Jane.
Anyway, we love her. We love her.
We do.
Beth says, gardening is my other love. Jessica says, I should have been clearer. We're going to a rubber stamp convention, not a stamp convention. Although I do have a postage collection as well. We do get a postage stamp collection event sometimes. But even still, like postage and like coin collecting's come back as well. I think it's very popular, isn't it? So that's great. Beth says, I just realised I was so engrossed in Craig's demo, I wasn't even watching the chat. I'm watching on the big TV today. Hello. Janelle says, I'm a florist, so I love flowers. There is also jewellery making that I love. Summertime is always time for my tent, for tent camping. I love a bit of camping. Do you like camping, Craig? Not really.
The closest to camping that I'd done was when I was little, and it was out in the back garden.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I would like to do it. I'd love to go camping for a couple of nights out in the sticks and just set up the tent and do your own fire pit. And I would like that. I'd really like that.
Maybe we should have like a crafty camping trip, because we've got a big, what do you call it? Bell tent.
Okay.
Yeah, which can fit all 4 of us in and the dog.
Yeah.
And you can have like a little table in the middle, and it's really easy to put up. You literally just like peg down the ground sheet, peg down the tent, and then you just got like a massive pole that you just stick up the middle, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's really simple to put up.
And then can we do like s'mores and just sing like Kumbaya at night?
Yeah. And Gingangooli.
Yeah, Gingang.
And gooly, 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 what's up? Gingango, Gingango.
I only know another version and I can't sing it.
Oh, sing it. Yeah. No. Well, maybe that's something we could do for like a future wake-up call piece, maybe. Craig and Ben, crafty camping.
Could be like the crafty version of Bear
Grylls. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to hunt our own food.
I've got a funny feeling that you and I wouldn't last very long in the wild if we had to like survive.
I think we would. You just follow the stream.
I can imagine, you know, when you see them in the wild, like catching fish with those spears in the river. We'd be there with pokey tools, like catching little tiny tiddlers.
It'll be like Castaway, you know, halfway through the film where they cut away and they come back a couple of years later, and we're just like, and you know, beard and long hair. And
yeah. Oh my goodness. Hobbies that I have are reading books, says Cindy, and sports, especially football. That's your football, isn't it? That's in American football.
Soccer.
Jeffrey says, other interests include gardening, plants, house, bonsai, orchids, mini orange and lemon trees, mini bay trees, orchid and cactus, tropical fish, woodwork, restoring furniture, just for starters. That is a lot of hobbies.
That is, yeah.
Rhonda says, I used to scuba dive and I absolutely love it.
Now, that would be nice to do in the Caribbean.
It's good. I've done it a couple of times, scuba diving. The thing I found both times difficult with scuba diving is tricking your brain into the fact that it's okay to breathe underwater. Do you know what I mean? Because as soon as you go underwater, I don't know if anyone else has found this, if you've ever done diving or whatever, you put your face in the water and all of a sudden you go, well, you can't breathe because you're underwater. And you start having a panic until you realise you've obviously got the mask on.
Breathe.
The dancer says Formula 1, football, athletics, most sports. Looking forward to the Olympics. Good year for sport, isn't it? Olympics. We've got the European football, of course, as well. And Carol Byrne says, tracing my family heritage, I started it in 2019. I have found lots of cousins that I didn't know I had. And one of those I had known for 14 years, didn't know we were related.
Oh, wow.
You say I also love swimming, rock climbing, and hill walking. Hi to Samantha, who's also joined us as well. There's loads of comments coming through. We will continue to read your comments as we head into the second hour of Launch Party. Keep them coming through. Second hobbies, please, is what we're after. And we'll continue to chat in just a few moments' time. If you have just joined us, it's just gone 5 o'clock here in the UK. If you joined and you're thinking, oh, brilliant, got a couple of hours left because they're live at 5. No, we were live at 4 today because, it's because if you want to blame somebody, Craig's got to do... but let's talk about this actually, top of the show, because we're here for another hour launch party. We're going to be looking at the Paper Flowers collection next, but we finish at 6, so in an hour, and then you're on HSN's website and Facebook page, aren't you?
I am indeed, yeah. So kickstarting today, so the times I'm away to say are US time. So kickstarting at 2 p.m. Eastern time, all the way to 9 p.m. Eastern time. HSN across on their Facebook, their YouTube, also on their website as well. They're doing the big craft stream event. So you're going to find lots of people, lots of companies throughout 2 o'clock up till 9 o'clock. I have the pleasure of kickstarting, so 2 o'clock Eastern time. It will be 7 o'clock UK time. So if you are wanting to go across onto HSN website, Facebook, or of course their YouTube, you will be able to watch. We're going to be having a look at something brand new that will be coming to Crafters TV very, very soon. So yeah, that is why that we've just shunted the show back just an hour or so that we can get ourselves sorted. It's going to be myself and Nicola's going to be in my ear. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, if you can do all the way 2 o'clock Eastern time to 9 p.m. Eastern time, you're going to get lots. Some companies have a full hour, some are about half an hour, some are a little bit less. I've got, well, half an hour, 2 o'clock till 2:30 Eastern.
So there you go. So we're not all done in an hour's time. Loads of comments, as I say, coming through, and we will continue to read those as we head through the show. Lots of great second hobbies coming through. So when we get into the next demo, we'll read and chat through them. But I did want to get onto the next collection, which is the... I was going to say, yeah, the paper flowers. You were trying to trick me with the details on my monitor there. You have to get up much earlier in the morning to catch me out, guys. Yeah, the paper flowers is what we're going to look at. Do you know what? At the top of the show, I was thinking, where's that beautiful piece of home decor gone with the paper flowers? And you nicked it over there, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's just show, I'll show you the. No, so, no, it's fine.
Okay.
You can. Oh, okay.
I've got other samples I can show.
These are incredible.
They're
this was last week,
beautiful.
wasn't it, that we launched these? I wasn't here, obviously, so hence, I mean, I love all of our products, obviously, but I've never seen these before, and I'm really, really cooing over this sample, because I think it's absolutely brilliant and just shows you other ways that you can use these amazing dies to create, you know, stunning home decor pieces. We were chatting earlier on, and, you know, thinking about potentially using these as like table decorations for big events. You know, if you wanted to use them for things like weddings, you could do, for decorating frames, for decorating things like your box lids as well. I think these are absolutely perfect, because when you see collections like this, yes, of course, you're going to be using them to create beautiful projects like you're seeing here. But the whole point is that you can use them to, I mean, look at this, look at that card.
That's so cool.
That is brilliant. Who's done that one? Sandy. That is incredible. I love that so much. With that little hat on with the flowers. Really, really super cool. And these are these paper flowers. Let me show you what you're going to get within the bundle. Now, we've got the details up on the screen for the showstopper. So the showstopper, basically, you're going to get a load of extra goodies for less the price you should be paying. So, but let me show you first of all the board. The board here is all of the dies that you are going to be receiving, so that you can create these fantastic florals. And it is that kind of, if you've ever sort of quilled before, is that effect that you're going to get. Because I said to Lily a little bit earlier on, if you look at these initially, you might look at those and go, they look like fossils. But they're not fossils. They do look like fossils. They're not. They're definitely flowers, because what you're going to get when you die cut these out is this effect here. And those we were talking about, if you've got a quilling tool, if you've got tweezers, Lily uses her fingers, you're going to roll these to create the flowers that you're seeing here. And again, you know, we are providing you with paper pads so that you can use all of the different colours that you're seeing here, but that's not to stop you from bringing in your own cardstock, your own papers. Chatting about using vellum for these as well. We just give you all of the opportunity here to be able to create the flowers straight off the bat. You get the dies included in there as well for your foliage, which is marvellous. But here is your pad that you're going to be receiving for your papers. So that is the paper flowers with the paper pad. So you've got 48 sheets in there of all of those colours. Now, if you go for the showstopper for an extra £16.50 or $25.30, we are going to give you some extra goodies. This should be costing you £26 or $39. Those extra goodies are as follows. You're getting the linen cardstock from the Colour Your World collection. That's included within the bundle. Again, in here, you're getting 24 sheets, 8 colours, 3 sheets of each. That's included. On top of that, you are also going to be getting the beautiful 6x6 pad from the Honeysuckle collection. 36 double-sided sheets in here. As I say, 6x6 size. I've forgotten how beautiful this pad is. Absolutely stunning. And then on top of that, you are going to be getting the Enchanted Ocean 6x6 pad as well. This one also 36 double-sided sheets. And yeah, do you know what? The GSM on here, what are these paper pads? I think they are 180. So again, absolutely perfect for making some funky flowers with if you wanted to. The GSM on your papers for the flowers are 160, so 160, 180, it's entirely up to you. But this is the point, you know, if you're wanting to make traditional flowers, you know, with your traditional colours, you've got that pad included, but the fact that we give you so much more within the showstopper means that you can really go to town and be a little bit more creative, you know, express yourself a little bit more with this set. If you don't want the showstopper, if you just want to go for the dies on their own, you do have that option available for you too. But as I say, you're getting £26 or $39 worth of extra card and paper for just over £16 or 25 bucks. So it is a really great deal. £40 or $52 all in if you are platinum. Now, I know what you're going to ask me. How easy is it to do? Well, that's a great question, producer Nicola. How easy is it to do? Let us find out. And let's get your take on this as well. I know you'll show us as you're using these, but obviously when you're cutting these out, this is what you're going to see, the die cut. How do you achieve the finished result? Because Lee says she just uses her fingers, but you can use tweezers, I guess, can you?
Of course you can, yeah, I'm going to use tweezers to start off with, and then I'm just going to use my fingers. You know, with these being quilling flowers, if you've got a quilling tool, then that's great, you can absolutely use that. But yeah, if you don't have a quilling tool, don't worry. If you find it hard to be using tweezers, don't worry, you can just start to roll when it comes to your fingers. You can then start to use your red liner tape, you can use your tacky glue if you want to, but we'll step you through here. So let's start the base of my card here, Ben. It's 7 by 5.5. I've taken some of my lilac cardstock, so it's just my own lilac linen card with a bit of white cardstock, and just giving myself a matten layer. What we will do as well is we're going to be using one of the frames from Floral Elegance. Now that looks nice and pretty, but I want to give that an additional layer. Okay. So we're going to add an additional layer, also white card and linen card, just by about ½ an inch less all the way round. And then what I've also gone in, we've taken some of my 12 by 12, kind of like the pearlescent paper or pearlescent card pad that we've done, where you've got that kind of sheen and shine to break that one up. And I'm going to keep this completely flat because we're going to have a lot of depth when it comes to your flowers. So I don't want to add any additional depth with my foam pads or glue gel. So we're going to keep the actual base completely flat. So let's add that in. It's using my tacky glue that you've seen here, just centralising that, getting that so it's symmetrical. Now that's going to be the basis for us to start to build. We will pop a sentiment in there just from my stamp collection, but what I don't want to do is put it there and stick it in just now, because we're going to build around the left-hand side. Yeah. And I don't want to put it there, start to build it, and my flowers overtake the sentiment. So we're going to leave that to the side for a moment. Let's come along and we're going to go in with our larger plates again, because we're going to be able to do these at once. Now I'm going to go in with, let's go in with that finer spiked one. Let's also go in with, is it that one, or I think I used that one. Let's go in with this one that we can see here, which is also the lilac. Now this is from the paper pad. Yeah. So that's where I've taken these ones from. And then what we will do afterwards, we're going to take that one and we're going to do that within the pink cardstock. What I have also already done, and I'm not going to do it just now, is the little leaf dies. I've already cut them out within some of my green cardstock that's also within that little pad there. So because they're smaller, I've already done that, because I think it's really important just to show the actual quilling of the actual dies. So let's take that one out, like so. You could use that as like a snail stencil.
That's what I mean, or like a fossil stencil.
Fossil, yeah.
I think that's such a cool idea.
Yeah, have a look at
that
what's left over. Even like sort of, you know, this one here.
Yeah.
If I take this out, if you, Ben, let's take, well, not like you personally, but at home, if you were to take a circle nesting die,
Yeah.
then start to quill that, you're going to get a completely different look.
Yeah.
But have a play, see what comes up with, or as we said a moment ago, use them to ink through them, spritz through them, stencil, use them as stencils, because you're still going to get really, really nice effect. On a bit of white cardstock, just randomly place that waste and then just start to blend through. If you're going to do that, because your card is 160 GSM, I would be using our repositionable spray.
Okay.
But give it a shot and see what you can come up with. So let's take these ones out. So I've got my 3 florals all cut, ready to go. Now this is where you can take your quilling tool, you can use your fingers, or you can use tweezers. Now if you're going to use tweezers, you can use any tweezers, but the reverse grip ones are a good one. And then what I would say is, if you're using, say for instance, a patterned paper or something, or this is kind of like the right side of the die, what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to then start to roll inwards so that as you then pull and press that out, you're going to have that nice smooth edge on the outside,
Yeah.
or the patterned edge. Now what I do is, if I don't use my quilling tool, what I'll start to do, Ben, is I'll start to then use my tweezers, and then I like to use my tacky glue, and I just do a little bit, and I don't do the whole entire lot. What I do is I start, I'll release it, and then this is when I change to my fingers, and I just start to wrap all the way around, and then every so often I'll come along with my tacky glue, and then I'm just going to come along and I'm pressing. Don't worry about flattening it, because we're going to manipulate it again outwards. We're going to start to press it out.
What's the thought on the choice of glues here as well? Because earlier, obviously you're using tacky. Lily mentioned hot glue guns as well.
So to actually fix it all together,
Yeah.
I'm going to use my hot glue.
Right.
I would say the best thing, when you come to finish the flower, the best thing to use is your hot glue.
Right.
You can use your glue gel, but what will happen, Ben, is you have to then put something heavy on it to let it dry. Whereas by coming along with your hot glue, and then all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to then bunch that together. And if any little sections of your tacky glue kind of prise away and break away, don't worry about it, because we're just starting to form it together. So I'm just going to then roll, manipulate. I'm going to add just a little bit more of my tacky glue.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to press once again. So instead of tacky glue, red liner tape if you want to. You don't necessarily have to use a glue, because the hot glue is going to start to bind it all together. So I'm going to start to open that. Where you've got that solid platform, I'm going to put my hot glue, and then we're going to then start to roll and manipulate that in. We're going to sit that into that central position. We're going to pull, maneuver, manipulate, and what I'm doing, notice that I'm just kind of pinching between the base and the top, and then we're going to start to then roll.
So opening it up, but making sure it doesn't unravel, aren't you, really,
Yeah.
is what you're doing there.
Yeah. You could, if you want to, let that hot glue dry completely, and then you're free to then just move it about your fingers, because obviously it's solid, it's completely dry. But then we're just going to then flatten that. You know, it's 160, so move it, manipulate it. But what I am going to do is once I've added a little bit of shape,
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of bunch it back together again. So I don't have quite an open petal. So we'll have more of that roundness. Let's just go in again.
You do a few more of these, won't you? Because Tammy's just saying, I'm having a hard time finishing off the flower.
Yep.
And any tips? I suppose what you're doing now is illustrating that, is it?
Certainly, when it comes to this part, and what we'll do is we'll do all three of them.
Yeah.
Because they're three different looks. But at this point, the glue is solid by now. So take your time, Ben. Just take your time. There's no rush. As I said before as well, it's 160. So if you want to then prise them apart, so you've got that crossover of petals, you can absolutely do that. So then you've got
That's very pretty.
a really, really nice bunch. Let's do this finer one, and I'm going to do the same again. So I'm going to start that off. What I would say as well is whatever glue that you're using, or adhesive, don't put it right to the start if you're using tweezers or a quilling tool. Because if you put glue to the start, you're going to stick your tweezers or your quilling tool. So if you're going to do it, just start it off, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of tacky glue to start me off. And then for this one, I'm not necessarily going to use any more tacky glue, maybe just one little bit. I'm going to take that out, add a little bit, and then I'm going to start to manipulate, and we're just twisting. As I said, even when twisting, I like to pinch it top and bottom, and then roll it around, and then don't worry about it coming away, because you're going to have that solid base
Yeah.
where you're going to put the hot glue, which is going to dry into the coils of the bottom.
Is it the same? Because Jeanette's just asking, I don't know if we have any samples, Jeanette. If we do, they're not my side, but she's just asking about doing this with vellum. Would it be exactly the same sort of technique? Exactly the same, yeah?
Yep.
And exactly the same glue that you're using?
I would get
Yeah.
vellum or paper. What I would say with vellum, like in all cases, Ben, just take your time that little bit more, because it's a lot finer.
Yeah.
So you're just wanting to take your time. But at this point, I'm just pinching. Don't worry about excess sticking out over the end, because we're going to do a little bit of shaping. So we're going to come back to that one, and then we're just going to start off with that next one. Just to show as well, I was busy doing bits and pieces in the break, so I didn't quite see what Lily done. But if you're saying all she done is used her fingers...
No, we didn't demo them. We were just chatting about it.
Right, just chatting about them. So yeah, there you go. You can just use your fingers to start with, Ben, and then just start to roll all the way around.
Quick, well, it might be too late now. One thing isn't too late. Tammy's having trouble gluing the bottom.
Right, you.
So when we get to that, if you could do that in slow-mo.
I shall do that.
Is there an opportunity to show us, Urana's asking, to make how you make a bigger flower? Like, could you potentially cut twice and then stick and roll, if you know what I mean, or would that not work?
So, tell you what, because I've already got another one of that one cut, just in case, what we'll do is we'll extend it.
Okay.
So if we glue this, so as we get, so this goes to for all four of them.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to get to the base. That's why you've got a solid part to the end, so that you can put your glue of choice. We're just going to start to maneuver that into place. As I said before, I'm just going to hold, and I'm just going to pinch. I'm going to then pinch that into place. Also remember, guys, the 20th of June, I'll be on with Ben. We've got the craft along with these paper flowers. So we'll go over that again. I'm sure they'll be done between them.
Yeah.
But I've got the craft along. So now we're going to start to manipulate that a little bit more, but what I just want to show you, what you can do, now you can, if you want, just stick that base, and actually let's do that. Let's just pop our hot glue, and then I'm just going to sit that. You don't need to be neat. What we're going to do is we're just going to hold that in, and then what we're going to do, Ben, is we're just going to carry on doing what we've done before, twisting and turning. I'm going to go into a couple of those petals there, and then we're just going to keep on going. The only difference at this point is when it comes to the end, I don't have that solid base.
Yeah.
Because I've used that to start off with, but that doesn't matter. Just put your hot glue on the end.
And it's not overly tight you're rolling it. A few people are asking like how tight you're rolling these. It's not.
No, you can go tight if you
Yeah,
want.
it depends what
Depends the look
effect
that
you're
you
looking
want.
for, isn't it, really?
It depends completely on the look. What I would say with something like this, I would take, let's take just a little scrap here, just a little bit, and I want to secure that base. So at this point, if we come in with a little bit of hot glue, because that coil that we can see around the edges there, it's not quite as secure.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I just want to secure it myself. I'm just going to trim that outer edge, and then we've got more of an open floral. And you can build on it. Actually, I quite like that closed cup within the middle and more of that openness around the edge. But still at this point, you can come along, you can manipulate if you want to. You can do a third one, you can do a fourth one, change the colour, change the flower. You could go with that spiky one in the middle first and then continue round with one of the other ones. This one I'm not opening too much, Ben. I'm just going to kind of prise that ever so slightly so that I've got these ones here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to use the three of them.
Yeah.
And we're just going to then build that onto the card.
Thank you, everyone, for all the lovely comments coming through. You are welcome, Your Honour. And also, as Susie's just saying, if you want to see more inspiration, of course, you can go back and watch launch day with these Wednesday the 5th of June, so last Wednesday, if you want to see more inspiration with these. But such, hopefully, an easy way for you to be able to create these gorgeous florals. And you know, you can use them on everything, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
They're literally going to go on everything. And you think of, you know, we supply you with the 48 sheets of coloured card, but there's nothing to stop you, you know, from using all the papers that you've got, like vellum. I suppose the tendency, if you want to use other materials, you'd go lighter in GSM because you wouldn't want to go too thick, would you? Because if it got to like quite a heavyweight cardstock, for example, it would be quite difficult to roll, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You know, by all means, give it a shot and try. But yeah, the heavier, usually you tend to hear us say, you know, go heavier, not lighter. On these occasions, absolutely, I would go lighter, not heavier. But depending on the medium, depending on the fabric as well.
Yeah.
Technically, these are quite an open space dye, all of them. So give them a shot with some fabrics or materials or funky foam or flower forming foam, but without heat in it, or you can add a little bit of heat to then start to shape that as well. It's the thing, it's a joyous thing, it's craft. Try it, see what happens, see how it looks, and see what you come up with.
Whilst watching Craig stick, thank you so much for all the comments. There's so many. We were chatting about second hobbies in the first hour, so we can mention a few more of those.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor joins us from sunny Goodrington. It's always sunny in Devon, Elizabeth. My neck of the woods there. You're literally a couple of miles from where I used to live in Goodrington. Always sunny. I love Goodrington Beach. Hopefully you've had time to get down the beach there today. Susan Carter says hello from Columbus, Ohio. You are my favourite show to watch. Oh, well, thank you. That's very kind. Hi, Ben and Craig, says Busy Lizzie. I'm in Portugal.
Busy Lizzie.
Busy Lizzie. She's in Portugal at the moment, but managed to catch some live crafting. I just got the flamingo set before my holes, and I cannot wait to play with it when I get home next week.
Can't wait to see what you do,
Yeah.
Lizzie.
Jeanette Shirley says, my other hobby besides everything artsy has to be food, both cooking and going to amazing restaurants. Same. Love to cook. You love to cook as well, don't you?
I love cooking, yeah. I don't do it as much, but I do like to cook. I'm one of those, though, I wouldn't say I'm good at being an adventurous cook, i.e. I'm not one that can just put random recipes together. I need to follow a recipe.
Oh, same as me. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm good at creating, but if give me a cookbook, I'll have a go at anything.
You know, I'll maybe add this or add that. But yeah, you can't just, I can't go into the larder, not that I have one, and just take out this, that, or the next thing.
Yeah.
And then come up with, a 26-course meal.
26-course meal?
Well, slight exaggeration. Yeah.
Lots of you like Pat and also Jane love cooking and baking. I think if you're quite creative, I think it's another cooking kit is a lovely sort of creative thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And Jessica loves to cross stitch. I tend to do smaller patterns currently. That's again something you like to do, isn't it?
I've not done it for a couple of years. It's always the sort of thing. I know I've said this before, Ben, but it's the sort of thing that I do if I'm unfortunately ever in hospital.
Yeah.
It's the hospital, because I know we can take our craft stuff and that, but I'm not in that space of mind when I'm in the hospital. I want to do something, but I want to just chill and relax and can do it when I'm in the bed, and you really don't need a lot for cross stitch. And it's amazing how the time can fly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do like to do it. It's nice just to, if you're in that sort of situation, take your mind away.
Kay says she loves hobbies other than card making, sewing, crocheting, painting, cooking, baking, yard work, restyling furniture and clothing. Polly Coe says bicycling, kayaking and hiking, and taking pictures of outdoor things. Look at that beautiful card there. That is stunning, sir.
There we go. In case anyone was wondering what I was doing there, if you get any glue strands, then just go over with your heat gun, and then that will just dissolve them. But then there you go. As I said at the start, all transparency, Ben, you will need to pop this in a box or an envelope box, something like that. Absolutely. But then look at that. But then that could be down the other side as well. That could be a wreath. Imagine doing it in autumn colours, or your winter colours. That could be a celebration, or if you get those faux wedding rings, just like the little bands or that, you can pop them in there, and it could be for a wedding card. It's just a really good thing, and absolutely do what Ben said earlier on. Pattern paper is a great way. You get a different look because the pattern's there. You wouldn't, if you'd done this with Under the Sea, maybe you would change the lilac to blues or something, but you would not know that was, or Under the Sea, Enchanted Ocean. You would not know that the flower is from the Enchanted Ocean, because you can't necessarily see the design, you just see the colour. So try and play, and that's what you can come up with.
Do you know what I love as well? It's just popped back into my mind when you're making flowers like this, is when people make flowers out of old books or like old music manuscript. I think looks really nice as well. I mean, obviously, don't go nicking your partner's or friend's best book or musical manuscript.
Yeah, don't go nicking my Yvette Fielding autobiography and doing that.
Don't go and do that. I saw you met her, didn't you? Did you get it signed?
I did indeed, and I spoke to her, Carol as well. I'll put pictures up on my my Instagram later on. But yeah, as I knew she was absolutely lovely.
Who did you see? Yvette and?
Yvette Fielding.
And who else?
And her husband.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Beattie.
What's his first name?
Carol.
Carol?
Mm-hmm. And can I just say, if you are a fan of Yvette Fielding or Most Haunted like I am, let's just say which an autobiography should be all about, and that is telling the whole story of things that have happened. Certainly in the early days of Most Haunted in a certain medium. Very interesting.
Really? I know what you're talking about.
Never spoken about it in 20 odd years, but she has an autobiography. Brilliant. Juicy.
Juicy. Hoots, man, this juice, loose, this hoose. We need to go and see that play. It's just popped back into my head as well. Look
Yes,
at
we
the
do.
date. 222, a ghost story.
Yeah, we do.
Some point, you and I. A few comments, because there's loads. Thank you for all of these. Second hobbies. Fred171, I used to love tent camping. Now camping is a hotel without room service. My bucket list topper is an Alaska cruise to see the whales, says Urana. And Elaine says the Caribbean is beautiful, Ben. So many islands to see. I mean, it is. I went to Antigua, probably told you before, probably about 15 years ago now. with the radio station I was working at. It was marvellous. Went to a sandals resort there. It was very nice. Ben, we first took our girls on a cruise when they were teenagers, says Denise Craven, and they made friends in the teen clubs that they still keep in touch with. 13 years later, they come with us, plus partners now. Urana's going to be watching HSN later. Of course, Craig, you can catch him over on the HSN website from 7, so in an hour and a half's time, isn't it? Yeah. Kathy Green enjoys cross-stitching and crocheting. Rhonda says, Ben, I've sent a picture in of the traditional Hawaiian wedding hibiscus lei for the female. Thank you. Hopefully we'll have a look. Second hobby for me, Urana says, is making paper and foam-forming flowers. Jeanette says, I was thinking about making some paper flowers again. My vases need an update. Currently crocheting, says Julie. And hi to Isabel, who's joined us, saying hi there from a quite nice day in East Kilbride. That is Isabel Laird.
Ah.
I think, there's loads of comments. Do you want a few more? A few more comments? A few more. Isabel says, my other hobby is painting, drawing and working with the lovely people who come to my classes. It is great fun. And Elizabeth Taylor, who is in Goodwington, says, I'm on the beach tomorrow as the rain is on its way. We don't mind though, we're on holiday. Gina Henshaw says, I've loved making paper flowers. I made them coming out of an envelope box and made a box for it to go in and put some flowers on top.
Wow.
And Mary Beth Dawes says, I love that card and the great tips. Cannot wait for my order to come. We are going to have a break at that note. This show has flown. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. I feel like we're having a great time, a lot of fun, a lot of chat. Keep it coming through. We've got one final demo which we'll squeeze in the other side of this short break. If you've got items in your basket, particularly that Flamazing Flamingos collection, get it checked out and we'll meet you back here in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Looks like on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee will always be coffee. Flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. I say it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beef, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stage from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's like even thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and they could be commercial meetings, they could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, so it could be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different, but always dominant focus on the products, how they're working, the new products that we're bringing out, a lot of research and development. When we get to see the finished article, way before anybody at home gets to see it, it arrives, unpack it and experience it and try it, that gives us a massive buzz. I can't be getting out of bed too early and I like to get to bed. 9 o'clock's the new 10 p.m. Tea all day long, black, no sugar, thank you. I tend to miss breakfast, great. And if I have something when I come in the office, then that's going to be yoghurt and fruit. My face, all of the makeup, that this, nobody's seeing this without that on. A baked potato or a salad or something egg-based. Ooh, craft along a master. I'm going to say masterclass, and that's because I love to educate. Song that would be the theme tune to my life, it would be Billy Ocean, Red Lights, Danger. Pour a gin and tonic. First thing I do. Get in the house, gin and tonic, decompress the day, and then plan what I'm going to do that night.
Welcome back, everybody. Leanne is back with us on Thursday. Just wait till you see what Leanne's got lined up for you. Wake Up Call Thursday. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. That's all I'm going to say. Spread the word. Hashtag, won't have seen anything like it before in your life. Hashtag, don't miss it. Hashtag, tell everybody else. Hashtag, Leanne on Wake Up Call. Hashtag, can't tell you why. Hashtag, though, you'll want to be there. Hashtag, don't miss it.
Oh, I'm going to be driving. I'm not going to see it.
Hashtag, can tell you after.
Okay.
Hashtag, can watch it back if you miss it. But hashtag, be there live. South Africa is on my bucket list, says Rosalind Russell. Oh, that's a nice little chat, actually. Bucket list places that you want to go and visit. Me, I would love to go to Australia. I would also love to go to New Zealand. Two places I would love to visit. I'd love to get back over to the States. You know, I know we keep saying it. I'd love to go back to the States. There's so many places I want to visit, but it's just practicalities, isn't it, I suppose, really. Rosalind says, I'm glad you guys adjusted the time so it wouldn't conflict with the HSN Craft live stream. Well, you see, we make sure that those things don't happen. We're very organised here. So we make sure that you never miss a crafty moment wherever it may be. All right, we've got just over 20 minutes to go by my watch, so we're going to have a look at, we are doing these, aren't we? Oh, good news. We are going to have a look at the Floral Aperture stamp and dies. Details on your screen here. £56, $72 for this collection. Is a 6-piece set, and in essence what it's allowing you to do is create beautiful, detailed, floralized apertures. That's a good word, isn't it? Cutting into your cardstock, creating these beautiful apertures, and lots of different designs, lots of different flowers and foliage, and also different shapes of aperture here. This one is the Wishing You Happiness. Rather like this one. I think it would work very nicely indeed with your tropical collection potentially. I remember somebody when we launched these said that it would work quite nice, this one. It's like a Harvest Festival card as well. It's got the sort of corn heads on there. Corn heads. Leek corn head! Sorry, I just really made myself laugh there. Hashtag Debbie Fisher. Hashtag you must know about leek cornhead. Hashtag Debbie Fisher banned from, was it Norway or Sweden? I think it was Sweden. Hashtag banned from Scandinavia. Right, so it really tickles me that, and I wasn't even there. This is the first one. You're going to get all your sentiments in there as well. Things like enjoy your day, happy birthday, just for you, and wishing you happiness. This is Craig's favourite one. Well, it was when we launched it anyway, on your special day, which has got, and I said it before he said the kind of comparison with the old WWF belt. It's got like a bit of a sort of a victory sort of feeling about it, this one, hasn't it? Like a, makes you think of what, Nicola? Makes Nicola think of thistles. I was thinking more of a victory, like a rosette, like a certificate, that kind of thing. But, you know, whatever whatever you see, you use it for that. On your special day, good luck, best wishes. This one is called Live Life in Full Bloom. A little bit more opportunity here, perhaps to do a bit of colouring. Maybe you want to do some small amounts of paper piecing there, you can. Wishing you joy. You've also got just because and congratulations. And if you notice, we've so far had ovals, we've had squares, circles. Here's the second of your circles, which is the bloom and grow. Again, you've got a colour. Maybe pop some acetate behind there, make shaker cards with these. There's so many possibilities. This is rather beautiful. Thinking of you. Perhaps potentially you could use that again, thinking of you for more of those sort of sympathy cards if you have to make them. I think these lend themselves to all sorts of different projects for all sorts of different occasions. And the last one is called Bloom, where you are planted, which is that square aperture. Again, slightly bigger cuts with this die. So if you do want a paper piece colour, you can do all those kind of things as well. And your sentiments include things like you are amazing and also bloom where you are planted. £56, $72 for the lot if you are platinum. If you do want to go individually, they are also available as individual items. Check the website for full details. Craig, I believe, has some finished samples to show you.
I do indeed, and then we're going to dive into one that will actually work well for Father's Day. Of course, Father's Day being this Sunday on the 16th. So always easy to remember because it's the same stateside in the UK. Of course, Mother's Day is always different, isn't it? But we made this one within the launch day. So you've got that one, as Ben said, and it still is my absolute favourite. I love that. I think because it's symmetrical as well. I love symmetry. That one was your circle. You've got your oval where that central component will then cut out. You've got your additional oval just with the curvature. Absolutely agree with what Ben said. It's a lovely one for a sympathy card. Keep the colours kind of muted and light, and it's a good one. There, this is the one we're going to use, the actual wishing you happiness. So that's giving you the square one. So yeah, harvest time would look
It has got
really
that feel
good.
about it, isn't it?
It does, yeah. Autumn time, pumpkin time, orange
Halloween
time. Halloween time. You know Halloween's coming. Halloween is coming. Halloween is coming. Witches, cats, and big black bats. Oh my gosh, what a fright. So yes, it is coming, 31st of October, of course.
Hey!
Yeah, it changes every year. Right, let's go in. So I've got some of my white cardstock, 4.5 by 4.5, and I've done the same with my craft card, 4.5 by 4.5. We're going to take the die and then let's get these little bitties out here, and we're just going to sit that one in. Take our low tack tape to hold that down. So if we go into position, I want to try and get that as lined as central as I possibly can. The centre is what's going to be the waste element, so we're going to put our tape within the centre, and then just because of the size, I'll just jump back to my junior plates. And because you've got some fine detail in there, I'm just using the full plate configuration, the 2 cotton plates, frosted shim, and the magnetic shim. I love the fact, although you've got the 6 sets, you've got 4 different sentiments within each one, but then you can mix and match as well. You don't have to keep the same 4 for each individual die. So if we take that one out, you see you've got that beautiful cut within your card. And what I've done is, with that craft card, as I said, same size, but I've just done that. Nothing different, just run that one through. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to go in with my Alpine Green. This is just my tri-blend, but you can do this with any of your alcohol pens. And then I'm just going to go into some of the leaves here. And although you've got some connection points, I'm just kind of easing that around within the shape. Let's take that bit of craft just so I can colour on. And I'm not wanting the perfect blend. You know, I just want to get a nice little blend. And I'm not even going to use the 3 tones. I'm just going to use the light and the mid. And then all that I'm going to do is start to blend these out. And I'll do a couple of these, Ben, before I bring in my finished one.
Thank you for the comments. Just chatting about bucket list places to visit. Roseanne Baker says an African safari and Egypt she'd like to visit. Cindy says, my sister and I would love to come to the UK and meet everyone at Crafters TV and craft with the hosts.
That would be fun.
Laurel says, I still need to see Venice, Bora Bora and Scotland, of course. See, a lot of our viewers would love to come to Scotland. It is a bonny place.
It really, really is. I love how so many of you would love to come to Scotland, and I'd love to go back to America.
Yeah, yeah. Rosalind says Greece. I mean, Greece is just beautiful. Been to a few of the Greek islands, like Kos, Rhodes, Zakynthos we've been to. Some gorgeous islands. Thailand, Hawaii, Australia and South Africa, says Rosalind. Sandy says she'd like to go to Lebanon. Want to visit the village that my great-grandparents lived in. And Isabel says, I'd love to go and see more of Japan, especially during the blossom season, or to Port Douglas in Australia, a beautiful place.
I know my mum's just been there.
Really?
Yeah, yep. She should be home by now, so I'm looking forward to finding out and catching up with everything her and her friend done.
Yeah.
Over the last 4 weeks. But yeah, Australia was is a place I would love to go as well.
I'd like to tie up Australia in, for me, like, you know, I like my sport. I'd like to tie that in with either like an Ashes cricket tour, like
Okay,
England, Australia, or if the British Lions were playing there in the rugby, I'd love to do that. Susie says she'd love to go to Italy. Oh, Italy. Love Italy. I've done Rome and Venice. I love both those places. I love the culture, I love the people, I love the food. I mean, do you know what I love most? I think it was in Venice we sort of took the advantage of it most, is aperitivo. All the bars, I think it's about 6 o'clock in the evening when they open up, and if you go in and buy a beer, they serve you with like bowlfuls of like, no, it's food. No, they like olives and you know, like those little, like a little antipasti kind of thing, like a little platter. And what you can do is, if you time it right, you can go into one bar, buy a drink, get a load of aperitivo, and then move along to the next one, buy another drink, and get a load of aperitivo.
Really?
And by the time you've done it in like 3 or 4 places, you don't actually need to spend any money on dinner.
Never mind that, I'd be drunk. I'm a lightweight at times, especially when, because their alcohol will be like real strong alcohol.
Yeah.
Do you know something? That's as I've grown older and matured, that's the one thing my palate still can't really take to, is things like olives.
But do you know what? I used to really dislike olives, and true story. I couldn't bear them, and I met Laura when I was, 20. How was I when I met Laura? 23. And one of the first sort of, little dates we did is we did a picnic, and we both brought bits and pieces, but she bought like this load of olives, and they were garlic stuffed olives. And I thought at that point I didn't want to be like, ungrateful, and be like, I don't want to eat the olives.
You were going to kiss her and be garlic bread.
No, I wanted to. I wanted to impress her, you see. I didn't want to be like, oh no, I'm not eating olives. So I ate them, thinking, oh my God, I'll just like chew it and then spit it out over my shoulder. And then actually, that moment where it was like all of a sudden, I actually love olives. And from that day forth, I've always eaten olives, and I've always been with Laura.
Ah.
Yeah.
That was the same. She never drank alcohol until she met you, didn't she?
And now she drinks 4 bottles of wine a night just to stay sane.
Because she's with you.
Yeah. Oh dear. Mary Pat says Ireland is on my travel wish list. I've only ever been to Ireland once. Went to Dublin for a stag do. Have you ever been to Ireland, Craig?
Never. No, never been. I've never seen that show,
Nicola wants to go to Derry because she likes to show Derry girls. I haven't seen that either.
No.
Hubby wants to go to St Andrews, says Lisa P. I want to come along to see Loch Ness and hang in the pubs.
Yeah. Most guys want to go to St Andrews. I know there's plenty of women out there that would love to go because of the golf, but most women would like to go. Most men would like to go because of
Championship
the golf
course, isn't it, St Andrews? I don't follow golf a lot, but it's like one of the best courses in the world, I want to say.
And one of the hardest courses, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's also a course where if you go, you have to wear 2 pairs of trousers.
In case you get a hole in one.
Yes, Craig! Woohoo! Oh.
What you like?
What you like?
You like?
You like? I would. Isabel says I would tie it in with the tennis open in Melbourne if she went to Australia. And our Susie wants to stay in a castle. Is that in a castle anywhere or a castle in Scotland?
Well, plenty of castles in Scotland.
There are plenty of castles
Just
in Scotland.
ironically, there's not one in Glasgow.
Ah, so where are they clashing then? Yeah, at a bouncy castle.
I don't know. But yeah, WWE, Clash at the Castle in Glasgow, where there's no castle.
That's it. Yeah, because wasn't the Clash at the Castle last year in Wales?
So that was not last year, that was the year before.
You are joking me.
No, I know. It's scary, isn't it? Yeah, no. Last year was Money in the Bank in London. It was the year before Clash at the Castle was from Cardiff in Wales. Yeah, because they've got a castle. But yeah, Glasgow doesn't.
But I mean, obviously the set's going to be built to make it look castle-y, is it?
I don't think so. No, I think, well, because the OVO Arena in Glasgow is not big anyway. So I think they're going to keep the set quite restricted like they have been doing lately.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see it being a big set at all. They're going to keep it really quite small, which I like that because that takes me back to my 90s era.
Mm. The era of much attitude.
Yeah.
Paul Prince ×4 wants to come to the UK and Italy. Where in the UK though are you coming? Where do you want to go to in the UK? And Rhonda says anywhere but here would be good. Lol.
Chicago would be nice to go to.
I definitely want to do Chicago if I went.
I've passed through it, stopped at O'Hara Airport.
It's got where?
O'Hara Airport.
Oh yeah.
I've been to that airport, yeah. Yeah.
What just to the airport?
Just to the airport, yeah.
Was it like a crossover
Stopover,
flight?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I think it was when me and Mum went to New York.
Ah, okay.
We went to stop.
Sweet home, Chicago.
Or maybe it was when I went to HSN with Sarah.
That would make more sense, wouldn't it?
That'll be what it is then, yeah. That'll be what it is.
Olives are one of my favourite snacks, says Rosalind Russell. I do love olives. The garlic stuffed olives are incredible. They are. You can get them from anywhere. Just get them from Tesco's.
Yeah, see, something like that I might actually enjoy. And because the thing is I actually, it's not that I don't like salt. I like salt, so I like that salty taste. Mm. But maybe with a little bit of mix of garlic, or I know sometimes you get kind of is it feta cheese or something like that.
Oh yeah, cheese
maybe
stuff, nice.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe olives with something.
Mm.
So yeah, just never quite agreed with my palate. But there we go. We've gone in, we've just layered it up now within that cardstock. So both the craft and the white, 4.5 by 4.5. And then I've just given myself a green matten layer, green linen, same with the craft card. Notice as well, the woodwork paper into the back, I've gone one way within the backdrop. So I've gone kind of portrait way in the backdrop, but that smaller one within the middle, I've got horizontal, I've gone in a different way. Just a happy birthday sentiment from the die set and a little bit of colouring.
Really good, really fun. I've really enjoyed this show. Thank you everybody for getting involved. We've chatted a lot, haven't we, which I've really liked tonight, and loads of things we found out about each other, which is brilliant. Yes, Susie, blue cheese stuffed olives. in a dirty martini. I don't even know. Why? I was talking to Laura about this the other day, because what did Daisy have? Like, it's dirty fries, isn't it? Why is everything dirty these days? Genuine question. Oh, something. But why is that? Why is that the new? Because you get like dirty fries, don't you? You'll get like a dirty martini. You'll get a dirty. There was something else. Do you get like dirty burgers or something?
Yeah.
But everything's dirty, and I don't understand why that's like the new thing. That's the new trend, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Tasty though. Dirty chicken burgers, lovely.
Dirty what?
Dirty chicken burger.
Dirty chicken burger. What is it? It's just like, it'd be like cheese and like avocado mushed on top, wouldn't it?
No, so I'm trying to think, because I sometimes get that when I go to the Harvester from down at Hobby Maker. Breaded buttermilk chicken breast, there's bacon, hash brown, onion rings, garlic sauce, barbecue sauce. and a burger sauce, so like a seafood sauce.
Rhonda says, Ben and Craig, look me up when you get to Chicago. We will. Chicago, Chicago, that toddling town. Rosalind says, love the card, Craig. Could be feminine or masculine. Absolutely. Wonderful card, says Jessica Stricker. Beautiful card, says Sandy. And Gina says, I've just ordered this die. I cannot wait to play with it. If you want the full collection, details on your screen. Here it is. You're going to get all of these fantastic, beautiful dies and stamps. 6-piece collection. Actually, they're getting 6 dies, 24 stamps within the set as well. This one is called Bloom, where you are planted, with the square aperture with those beautiful florals on, and lots of different sentiments with each as well. Again, you know, you mix and match those around. If you've got things like your Ultimate Verse compendiums, you're just to say you're going to be bringing in more of those sentiments, you know, outside of this collection, of course, as well. Thinking of You, that beautiful sort of floral spray on your oval aperture, again, bringing you for different sentiments. Then you've got, there's a couple of circles in here. This one is called Bloom and Grow. If you're looking for these individually, more, I suppose, sort of roses, peonies within that one. Enjoy your, what does that one say? Enjoy your moment. You've also got birthday wishes. All right, let's be pernickety about it. Enjoy every moment. Perfect moment with you. Martine McCutcheon.
Martine McCutcheon, yeah.
What did I see Martine McCutcheon in recently? She was back in something. No, it's not going to come to me. Yeah, I remember that time. What was it that Debbie Robinson was going on about? And we couldn't work out that TV show. It literally took us about a week to figure out what it was. Now we can't remember what it was. Live Life in Full Bloom is your oval with the beautiful florals, probably daisies on there. You've got this one here, which we all love, which is On Your Special Day. And then lastly, you have got Wishing You Happiness, which Craig just used in his last demo. £56, $72 is your platinum price. We are almost done. Thank you, everybody, for all the comments coming through. Just to remind you, Sheena's back tomorrow. It is Sheena Wednesday. She is back in her box, in her normal sort of Wednesday box. Wake up call, of course, so we'll kick things off at midday, 7 a.m. Eastern. We will move on to a masterclass at 2. That is a 1-hour masterclass, actually. If you're joining us for that one, that is going to be at 2 o'clock, 9 a.m. Eastern, with Sheena. It is tomorrow. I feel a little bit discombobulated because I've been away, so I keep having to look. Butterflies and Blooms tomorrow is the masterclass. And then tomorrow evening, live at 5, we've got Beautiful Beginnings with Sheena. That's going to include your Spring Fairy, Bold Geometrics, a little bit quirky stamps from Sheena as well. And of course, Beautiful Beginnings has Essentials Corner, so your chance to fire questions at Sheena. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Don't forget the crafting is done here on Crafters TV, but just remind us, Craig, if people want to pop over and watch you, you're on HSN's website and Facebook, aren't you?
I am indeed. So if you're watching live, it's going to be in an hour's time. So it's going to be on HSN Facebook page. It's on their YouTube channel. It's also on their website as well. So it's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern time. If you are watching from the UK, it's going to be 7 o'clock. I'm going to be on for the very first hour, but the whole Big Craft Stream event is going on from 2 o'clock Eastern time all the way to 9 p.m. Eastern time. And that's going to feature lots of different companies that you know and love that appear on HSN. And when I'm there for the first half an hour, we've got something brand spanking new that I've not seen before, which will be coming, for anyone that's asking, to Crafters TV soon.
There you go. See you over there. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
See you.
I will see
Jimmy.
you. Yeah, I will see you a week today. Yep, I'm here Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday next week.
I shall look forward to it.
I will do, yeah, and I'll tell you all about Clash at the Castle. Actually, tell you what, I'll WhatsApp you.
Yeah, all right, I might have my WhatsApp switched off though, because I'm having a bit of a break from people like you. We love each other. We love each other, really. Yeah, I'm done. I'm back. I'm done. I'm done. I'm out of here. No, I am done for the day, obviously. I'll be back with Sheena tomorrow, so looking forward to that. Don't forget, if you haven't checked out the website, our midweek mix-up is still there for you as well. £5, £10 and £20 and $20 deal, so do have a look. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the team. Thank you to you for watching. We'll do it all over again tomorrow. Until then,
toodles.